We're going to do Apollo Justice. We're going to spray this carpet with luminol. Right? Ready? It's as easy as pie. Just press the spraying area. Here, give it a try. The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo, your hand's shaking.
Let's do this.
What the hell?
Oh, it really works.
This must be the power of science.
It says IPXX 314206. Is that the killer's name?
It's Elon Musk's son.
Yeah. My god. Oh, you missed your line.
Maybe it is, if the killer was a robot!
Aha! I have it. It is my password. So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency? Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Lutus even know a number like that? Good job, following detective. Rock on. Huh? Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand. Darian, you heard what we need? Go check into this Interpol ID number.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27. I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet this number is really that of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait, I know. What if Mack is really an undercover Interpol agent? That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Lutus know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Mack. What are you talking about? Following detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial begun. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you. You had me until that last bit. Does this not raise a rather straightforward question? Well, sure. Why did Mack pretend he couldn't see? Exactly. It makes little sense. What do you think, Forehead? Huh? Me? Mack pretended he was blind. Do you know why? How could he know?
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
It's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on this whole time. Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game? Apollo Justice Ace Attorney? No, but the moment I heard the report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything? There was a reason why Mack pretended to be blind, but it wasn't for his own sake. Get in the picture now? It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness? Something, the evidence we have that he has to always be by Lamiwa's side or something like that. I don't fucking remember. Also, can we look at that bloodstain picture again?
There you go.
That so clearly looks like Darian. How did that?
That's just your mind playing tricks on you, because it does not say Darian. It was that number.
Hey, but look. D. It's clearly an A. R. That's clearly a Y. And then the rest is a little hazy, but like, that really honestly looks
Okay, I suppose
like Darian. Like that's
yeah.
D-A-R-Y to start.
You can see my mouse. No, you can't. Oh, shame.
Like it really looks like it. Truly.
I think it was just you. Like
you don't see a D-A-R-Y.
No, I do see it now, but like you noticed immediately because you were just like fully on Darien. That's probably why you saw it.
But it does look like Darien.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Hold on. We'll think about it. Oh, okay. So, yeah, choose one. So like, yeah, why was Maki pretending to be blind?
Pretending to be blind because blind people can't write lyrics.
I don't think that's true.
Stevie Wonder's never wrote a song.
I don't think that's true.
Was pretending to be blind because it adds to the mystique. Pretending to be blind because that keeps him
that's
second
for himself,
fiddle.
but it wasn't for himself.
It's something to do with La Miroir.
Okay.
And that La Miroir needed a blind little friend because it's cool.
No.
Because a blind little friend can never take the shine away from her.
No.
Because a blind little friend could make her seem smarter because she could see things no one else can see, but it's actually things that her little blind little friend can see.
No.
Because everyone feels bad for a blind kid.
No. You've exercised every possibility except for the one that's actually true.
Because a blind kid can do her bidding.
No.
A blind kid can get her sponsorships.
No.
A blind little kid.
You said
Blind little boy.
You said this before. That they're always together.
Always together. So that the blind kid can be a
No.
witness. So that they're always together because the blind kid is our secret husband.
No. That'd be weird.
They're always together because Maki's the real songwriter, the real
No.
brains behind the
No.
operation. Because Maki Dobae is her brother, sister,
No.
her niece or nephew.
No.
I don't, what the fuck? I don't know. We have evidence. Why are they blind? Because blind people make us see the world in a different way.
No. If he wasn't blind and he was always hanging out with Lamio, then what does that mean? Always holding Lamio's hand.
They're in love.
No.
That Lamiroir is blind. Holy sh! Lamiroir is blind.
Maki had
Holy
no
shit.
reason he could to pretend he couldn't see, which means no, it couldn't be. Good job, Fred. It seems you thought of something.
Holy shit.
Why couldn't I figure these things out on my own?
Oh my god.
I hate having to take my cues from this guy.
Oh my god.
Very well. Look at this. This
Look
is
at
why he
what?
was pretending he couldn't see.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is Lamiroir.
Lamio and Maki Tobaye. Recall their relationship, in particular their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lamio and her pianist would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. He would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times? Huh?
Yet, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Maki could see. Why did they have to keep up this act the whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their, performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing. Really? Really? It was all the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamior!
What's this? So you mean that Lamiroir she's...
Yes, Your Honor. Lamior is blind. What?
Order! 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 This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin!
Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness! The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see is not vast in vain this time. It's quite correct.
But that makes no sense!
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something? Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lambior herself? I believe she is still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for our case?
Don't ask me. I have no idea she couldn't see. I didn't even imagine it until now.
Bailiff, bring in Lamiwa!
Lambior, it pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way, and yet I must. Please, do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes, you really can't see? Really? It is true. How funny it is that the tiny lie born in the Bulgarian countryside could one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are...
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamio. Know too that my dark memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamio.
I see.
I didn't mean to bore you, Your Honor. You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial, Earthforehead. What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate that this crime had no direct witnesses. Now, Lamia, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yes, of course. Though I admit I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in the world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I couldn't see. I could see, fuck! One of my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract. You see, I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would... She told us the truth in the beginning, and she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
There was one thing in the testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it's best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay, there was only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy. Happy.
'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
I have no memory of the light. So, you don't know why you went blind? I do not. I may have been born this way, in fact. It's fruitless to attempt to pry into the past, and I might add it's a delicate subject.
I'm not sure we can reasonably expect Mr. Justice to do anything delicately.
Hey, why I oughta? Why I oughta?
Why are you oughta?
Take a deep breath and calm down. What I am now is all I have. It is enough, I think. I debuted in the world of darkness and sound. Weren't you nervous to hit the stage in your condition? No, not at all, surprisingly. It felt natural, singing in front of everyone.
It's not something just anyone can do.
She has talent, that much is quite clear. You might even say she is beloved by the gods of music. Even without light, I lived perfectly happy in my world of sound. If that is a talent, as you say, then I thank the gods responsible. What about your PR motto? Motto. A producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. Perhaps your music reminded him of the Bulgarian scenery. No, it was quite the opposite. The opposite? According to my producer, my music had a certain global quality.
Global?
Multicultural, if you will. Hard to pinfall to one region. When people listen to it, they picture the country closest to the hearts, which is why my music has reached so many.
What a lovely story.
It sounds like this producer might have known what he was doing after all. My sons are nothing more than a white canvas. Me, the real landscape painters are the listeners. When I think of that, I do not mind how I am represented in the world so much. Yet, one thing quickly led to another. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Was that to protect your image as the landscape painter in sound? That does not matter so much to me, really, but the label is quite concerned about it, I think.
A landscape painter who can't see? That's like a penis who can't play, huh?
I'm not sure you could compare your father to Lamua. Well, if commercial music is filled with these little light plays, nothing is secret when it comes to publicity. Every one of my staff knew, of course, but no others. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Lutus? Of course, he was my manager. So he knew, and that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You were thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was. He's alive! Mr. Lutus, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. I hope it's on the way.
Can't see.
I don't know, Mr. Lutus. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is siren.
Mr. Lutus told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind! I don't know. Disc. What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness, siren. We've heard them many times, along with a little play acting by our defense.
I remember them well myself, but that statement does not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that. Before? What came before that? That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said, can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
That's a little bit insensitive, Your Honor. Too bad the defense did not. Well, yeah, Fred, try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
Order!
Go allow me your earlier testimony. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that!
That is not the most important point here.
Hmm?
The moment he was shot, Mr. Lutus witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as a witness? But I really did hear him. 2 gunshots and the man's voice. Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course. But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Your Honor! What? Is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here?
We have the results back from the investigation!
The investigation!
The Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescend, your report, please.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find that answer intriguing.
Quick as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche.
What?
Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation.
So, when he wrote those letters,
he was trying to tell us his own identity, and a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent? So him being Lamouroir's manager was
just a cover.
Most
likely.
There's one other important detail I found.
Well, out with it.
It concerns that .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms. And the registration number on the revolver matched.
So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large caliber revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's gotta tie in somehow, you'd think.
Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that, Detective Crescend. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. They'll be heading out.
Wait,
Lamouroir? Is something the matter?
that voice just now. Darian? Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him?
You are insane! That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fire. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. This is some kind of joke. What?
No way.
I think it'll be a bit more surprise from him. It'll be like, oh no, you got, oh no way, dude. The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state that the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I've never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day you get an accusation like that one. Lamouroir, fingering Darian Crescend. Not only is he a detective, not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice that Lamouroir heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, it wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, no wimping out now, Apollo.
My God, and we're going to continue the investigation in
The next
Thanks for
episode.
watching this episode of Apologize.
Yeah, who called it right off the bat? Of course I did. I'm either majorly wrong or majorly right, okay?
That's fine. I mean, yeah, you are always on like the opposite sides of the
I'm
scale.
either crazy right or crazy wrong,
Yeah.
bro.
Alright, so thank you for watching this episode of Apologize. Just don't make sure you like, subscribe, to the bell, cheers.
Every single day.
Bye-bye.